Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the very first class of class 11 physics. We're going to start off with the first unit, units and measurements. Units and measurements. This is the foundation of class 11 and the same thing this continues throughout in life. So you need to be very thorough with this chapter. I know a part of it is also included in chemistry also. That's one and the same thing only. We'll be including that also in our lectures. So I'm starting off with units and measurements. First of all, what is the need of unit and measurement? We are dealing, what is the need? Actually, we are dealing with a subject of physical sciences, physics, in which we need to observe the phenomena around us. We need to study the phenomena around us, and for that, we need a precise way of measuring, an exact way of measuring, an accurate way of measuring. The accurate and the precise our measurement is, our results will also be exact. Okay. So, what is actually a physical quantity? We talk in terms of physical quantity. What is a physical quantity? Like physical quantity, you can say distance is a physical quantity. The physical world around us, which we are having, in order to measure that physical world, we need to have a certain physical quantity. Like if I'm saying it's very hot, how hot? I need to have a physical quantity which will determine how hot it is. It does not depend upon my feelings how hot it is. It will actually depend upon the exact, precise, accurate temperature measurement. It will decide whether it is hot or not. Because it might be hot for me, but not that hot for the other person. So we need an exact way of finding out the temperature of the environment to decide how hot it is. That is what physical quantity is. Similarly, if I have a particular door, someone asks me how high it is, and I might be just 5 feet. For me, a 6 feet door is very, very high. I'll say very high. But that is not enough. We need to have an exact value that the door is 7 feet, 6 feet. So, what's the physical world we have around here? In order to measure that, in order to have an idea about that, I need to have certain physical quantity. And the second thing is, the more accurate our measurement of a physical quantity, the better will be our result. Okay? So, very first thing, what is a physical quantity? What is a physical quantity? Because we are dealing with the physical world and we are going to measure the physical quantity. So, physical quantity is basically it is the quantities which these are the different quantities which are around us, which are helping us to observe, analyze, and measure the physical world around us. These physical quantities can be divided into different categories according to different people. Like in junior classes, we used to say physical quantities are of two types: scalar quantity and vector quantity. Scalar quantity, the one which does not have magnitude and direction. In order to define a particular physical quantity, if we require only magnitude and not direction, then it becomes a scalar quantity. But in case the physical quantity defining it, you need both magnitude and direction, then it becomes a vector quantity. So these are different ways of stating the types of physical quantities. Types of physical quantities. Types of physical quantities. Physical quantities. Types means it can be scalar or vector. This is one demarcation. The one which is having only magnitude, the one which is having magnitude and direction both, that is vector quantity. Another way of demarcating it, physical quantity. Physical quantity. It can be unitless and the one which is having units. Unitless means unitless. Unitless. Unitless and the one with units. We can have like this, like few physical quantities which are ratios, like refractive index, relative density, that these become what? Unitless dimensionless quantity. They do not have any units. What is refractive index? Speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in the given medium. That becomes a unitless quantity. Density, relative density. Relative density is density of any object divided by density of water. That again becomes a unitless quantity. So this is also a type of physical quantity, but is not having any units. Again, with units, certain like length, mass, all these things are density, only density, only density. All these things are quantities which are having units also. Okay, so I explained again what is a physical quantity. Physical quantity is that quantity which is helping us to analyze, we are to have an idea, to observe the physical world around us, and that too in a more precise, more accurate manner. Second thing, what are physical, which are the two types of physical quantities according to our previous knowledge? Scalar and vector quantities, we can divide it in this category also. Those quantities which are having only magnitude, scalar quantities like displacement, like distance, like distance, speed, mass, all these are scalar quantities. Vector quantities will be now displacement, velocity, and what you can have? Force, all these are vector quantities. Another way of categorizing it, those which are unitless, another one which are having units. Units means which are, these are basically unitless, these are actually ratios. Ratios of same quantities, similar quantities. This is ratio. And with units which are not ratios of similar quantities. I come to another demarcation now. Now, the classification of physical quantities which we will do in class 11th, we will be dealing with two types of physical quantities: fundamental physical quantities and derived physical quantities. Physical quantities, I am dividing again into two categories. Physical quantity, first is fundamental. Fundamental. Another name for it is basic or basic or basic. Basic means, basic, what is basic? Cell is a basic unit of life. Brick is a basic unit of a building. Basic means with the help of those quantities, if you can make other quantities, other bigger quantities. And if you want to break down these fundamental quantities or basic quantities, you cannot do so. These are the basic ones out of which other physical quantities will be made. What is the name given to the other physical quantities which are made with the help of multiplication, division, permutation, combination of these fundamental quantities? These are called as derived physical quantities. Derived physical quantities. Now, what are the fundamental basic quantities? I said this is the basic out of which all other units are made. But what are those basic quantities? This is the basic building block. इससे ही ये बाकी की derived physical quantity बनेंगी. Basic fundamental units हमारे पास हैं. Those are 7. It has been decided 7 basic physical quantities. 7. One is mass. This is in mass. Then length. Then time. Thermodynamic temperature. Fifth, amount of substance. Electric current. And the last one is luminous intensity. So what I want to say, these are the 7 basic or fundamental quantities which have been declared by SI system internationally, that these are the 7 basic physical quantities. With the help of these 7 basic physical quantities, all other physical quantities are derived, and on the basis of this, all the phenomena which are there in nature are explained. What is this mass? Mass means amount of matter present in an object. Length, like a particular length we have to measure. Time duration, how much time it has been spent. Now, since time immemorial, this mass, length and time, these 3 units had been used very like in all fields, because at that time the discovery of electric current was not there. The people were not actually having any knowledge of temperature, heat energy, because this uh, concept of temperature was not there previously. They used to say that heat, certain calories being transferred from an object to, so that concept of temperature was not there. Electric current was not there, luminous intensity was not there. So only people were dependent on three things: mass, length and time. That's why at that time three main systems were working. One was MK system, second was CGS system, and another was FPS system. At that time, long time back, there were only three systems. Which were the three systems? MKS, CGS, and FPS. MKS means mass. Mass for mass we have meter, kg, second. This we have centimeter, gram, second. And for this we have foot, pound, second. These were all the old systems. These were the three systems. But now we have the new system, according to which we have two categories of physical quantities. The very first, which is having the fundamental physical quantities, are these seven: mass, length, time, thermodynamic temperature, amount of substance, electric current, and luminous intensity. Out of these units, we are going to have other derived physical quantities. From these fundamental quantities, we are going to derive other quantities. Let's see how. Yes, it derived. Like, I can have area. What is area? Area is equal to length square. Then I can have volume. Volume is length cube. Then I can have speed, length divided by time. I can have velocity, which is displacement divided by time. I can have acceleration, v by u by t, because this is derived chord times divide kar. Then we can have density. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Then we can have force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Then we can have energy. Energy is equal to force into displacement, and this thing will continue on and on. We can have n number of these derived physical quantities in your syllabus. Like, it is no limit to those physical quantities. We will stick on to those things which are used in mechanics. We will not go to electricity and other things. Otherwise, for electricity also these can be had. 9 charge. Charge is equal to what? Charge is Q. Q is equal to I into T. This is also derived physical quantity. Mind you, current is a fundamental physical quantity and charge is a derived physical quantity. So again, voltage, then we can have resistance. All these are what? Derived physical quantities. I hope you understood. Mass. No, these physical quantities, they also have certain units. Those units which are for fundamental or basic physical quantities, they will be called as fundamental or basic units. Derived physical quantities will also be having units which are made up of these fundamental units only. Let's look into detail all these. I hope you understood the difference between fundamental and derived physical quantities. Okay. One more thing. This physical quantity, I just forgot to mention this. Physical quantity will be having two things: a number and a unit. Suppose I say physical quantity Q is there. Q is equal to a number, and that means a numeric value, and it can be a unit. I'll just give an example. Suppose I say a physical quantity is equal to 10 meters. What does this 10 meter means? 10 meter means numeric value is 10 and unit is what? Meter. The same thing I can express in another way. I can say a particular physical quantity 1000 centimeter. I mean to say the same thing. Here 10 meters, 10 was a numeric value and meter was a unit. Here 1000 is a numeric value and centimeter is a unit. If I say this q is equal to n1u1 and the same q is also equal to n2u2, then I can simply say n1u1 is equal to n2u2, which is actually the physical quantity. I can just write 10m is equal to 1000 centimeter. This is the same physical quantity. So a physical quantity can be expressed in as a product of a numeric value and a physical quantity. In case the physical quantity remains same, we can change the numeric value, but with the condition that the unit has also been changed. Like in this case, I have written 10 meters, but in case I am changing this numeric value, I have to also change its unit also. It has become centimeter. If I would have converted to feet or something, again the numeric value would have been changed if the unit is changed, and vice versa. If I am changing the unit, I have to change the numeric value and vice versa. Condition being that physical quantity remains the same. Okay. Now, all these physical quantities which we have discussed, they have got serial number. When I am coming to the physical quantity, then their SI unit. I start with mass. Mass is kg. Second, length is meters. Third, time. Second, I just write S only. Fourth, thermodynamic temperature. It is K. I'll just write in bracket the full form. Kilogram meter. Second, it looks quite bearish, but I am writing. There's a reason for it. Kelvin. Then amount of substance. Mole. Electric current. Ampere. This is small k. 7. Luminous intensity. CD. Candle. Now, these 7 physical quantities, they have got certain SI unit, but there are certain rules for writing the SI units. Very first thing is, in case the SI unit is on the name of some scientist, then it should be capitals, like Kelvin. Kelvin is the name of scientist, so it is capital K. Ampere, it is on the name of a scientist, so it is small. Okay. Second thing is, other physical quantities, they have to be in small letters, like kg, meter, mole, candle. Okay. Second thing is, in case those physical quantities which are on the name of a scientist, they are to be written in full form. Short form में लिखना, full form में लिखना है, तब उसको small से लिखना है, तभी लिखा हो. अगर किसी साइंटिस्ट के नाम पे कोई यूनिट है, वो कैपिटल लेटर से लिखी जाती है, बाकी ऐसा यूनिट्स होती हैं वो स्मॉल लेटर से लिखी जाती हैं. जैसे सेकेंड है स्मॉल एस से, मीटर एन से, केजी स्मॉल केजी से, मोल स्मॉल एन ओएल से, कैंडला स्मॉल सी डी से, स्मॉल लेटर से लिखे जाते हैं. अगर साइंटिस्ट के नाम से है तो कैपिटल लेटर से, पर अगर उसी चीज को फुल फॉर्म में लिखना चाहोगे तो आप स्मॉल में लिखोगे. दीज आर द रूल्स. ओके, सो दीज These are the fundamental basic quantities and these are the fundamental units. Besides these 7, there are 2 more units which are called as supplementary units. What are supplementary units? This is plane angle. Plane angle. The symbol for this is radian. This is theta, and this unit is radian. So I'll just write RD, and this is RADIAN, radian. Next is 9th unit is solid angle. Solid angle, that is omega, and this is called as SR short. Otherwise, the word is steep ray beam. These are the supplementary units. Supplementary. जैसे बुक में या न्यूज़पेपर में कुछ पार्ट रह जाता है तो सप्लीमेंट्री एडिशन आता है, वही एडेड है दोनों में। अब इन दोनों, ये जो दोनों हैं, these are the ratios of something which I am going to explain just now. I hope you understood. These 7 are the fundamental basic quantities, and these 2 are the supplementary physical quantities. I have not come to derive it as yet. 7 fundamental, 2 these are supplementary. Now let me explain what is plane angle and solid angle so that it becomes clear to you. I hope you noted on this. So what is plane angle? Plane angle होता क्या है? Plane angle. Plane angle. Plane angle is one thing which you have been this thing you have been using for so long, जो डिग्रीज में मेजर करते हैं, वही प्लेन एंगल। पर अब इसकी यूनिट जो है, ऐसा यूनिट जो है वो रेडियन है, ठीक है। अब रेडियन है तो क्या है कि सपोज आई टेक एन आर्क which is equal to the radius of the circle. I take an arc which is equal to the radius. This is circle. I take an arc. This angle theta will be equal to, I will say, it is equal to 1 radian. Let's see how it is. We know theta is equal to arc divided by radius. Arc divided by radius. आप एक सर्कल है, उसमें से आप कोई भी आर्क ले लेते हो, लेट्स से लेंथ l की भी होती वो, तो आप ये थीटा होता और ये रेडियस होता, तो आप कहते हैं इसको थीटा इज इक्वल टू आर्क डिवाइडेड बाय रेडियस। बट अगर मैंने आर्क की लेंथ भी r ले ली और रेडियस भी r ले लिया, तो क्या हो जाएगा? 1 रेडियन। सो व्हाट इज 1 रेडियन डिफाइंड एज? 1 रेडियन इज डिफाइंड एज द एंगल सबटेंडेड बाय एन आर्क equal to the radius of the circle, ठीक है। 1 radian is the angle subtended at the center of the circle by an arc equal to the radius of the circle. I just want to change this thing. This is RAD, radian, 1 radian, ठीक है, 1 radian। अब इसको हम कन्वर्ट करते हैं डिग्रीज में, इसका क्या रिलेशन होता है? अगर आप देखेंगे, दिस इज 90 डिग्री, दिस इज ऑल्सो 90 डिग्री, दिस इज 90 डिग्री, this is also 90 degree. This whole thing is 360 degree. This whole thing is 360 degree. अब अगर हम रेडियंस की बात करें, this whole completes one circle over here like this. That means, okay, I just want to mention this thing. ये पूरा जो सर्कल है, ये पूरा जो सर्कल इन जनरल मैंने लिखा थीटा इज इक्वल टू आर्क डिवाइडेड बाय रेडियस। इस पूरा जो सर्कल है, इसकी आर्क कितनी है? सर्कमफ्रेंस ऑफ द सर्कल, दैट मींस 2 पाई आर डिवाइडेड बाय आर, सो इट इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई। सो हाउ मच इज द होल एंगल 360 डिग्री इन टर्म्स ऑफ रेडियन? इट इज इक्वल टू, आई रिपीट अगेन, अगर हम इसी डेफिनेशन पे चलते हैं, थीटा इज इक्वल टू आर्क डिवाइडेड बाय रेडियस, थीटा इज इक्वल टू आर्क डिवाइडेड बाय रेडियस, तो अगर पूरा सर्कल लिया जाए और उसमें पूरा का पूरा एंगल ले लिया जाए यहाँ से यहाँ तक, तो हमारा थीटा क्या होगा? थीटा इज आर्क, आर्क कितनी होगी पूरे सर्कल की? 2 पाई आर, अगर इसका रेडियस आर है 2 पाई आर, डिवाइडेड बाय द रेडियस आर, तो कितना हो गया? 2 पाई। दैट मींस द होल एंगल कवर्ड इन वन फुल सर्कल इज इक्वल टू हाउ मेनी रेडियंस? 2 पाई रेडियंस। दिस 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree. That means this 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degree. What is 1 radian equal to? 1 radian will be equal to 360 divided by 2 pi. Alright, which becomes 180 by pi. Alright, or the other way, if I want to calculate, what is 1 degree equal to? 1 degree is equal to 2 pi by, these many degrees है? 2 pi, 1 degree is equal to 2 pi divided by 360 radians. That means 2 pi कितना हो गया? Pi by 180, pi by 180 radians. Now tell me, what is 90 degree? What is 90 degree? 90 degree will be equal to, क्या हो जाएगा 90 degree? 90 degree कितना हो जाएगा? 90 degree will be equal to, 90 degree will be equal to pi into 90 by 180. How much is it? Pi by 2 radians. What is 180 degree? 180 degree is pi into 180 divided by 180, which is equal to the pi radians. So this is how is the calculation. आपको पूछता है how much is 1 degree in terms of radians? You will say pi by 180. How much is 1 radian in terms of degree? It becomes 180 degrees by pi. ठीक है? अब चलते हैं स्टीरेडियन के बारे में. प्लेन एंगल कर लिया, सॉलिड एंगल. Solid angle. Solid angle. What is solid angle? In the previous case, I was taking a circle. Circle नहीं लेते, sphere लेते हैं. Sphere. Imagine करो तरबूज है, उसमें से आपको छोटी सी स्लाइस टेस्ट करनी है. अब क्या करोगे? एक कुछ एरिया काटोगे, ट्रायंगल टाइप कुछ, और वो जो स्लाइस है वो यहाँ से निकालोगे. ठीक है? This is what you do. ये कि आप आर्क ना काट कर आप एक एरिया काट रहे हो. तो ये जो सॉलिड एंगल है, सॉलिड एंगल इज इक्वल टू अ स्मॉल एरिया व्हिच इज देयर डिवाइडेड बाय रेडियस स्क्वायर. सो दिस इज स्टीरेडियन or solid angle is measured like this. Solid angle is the surface area which you cut divided by the square of the radius. So what is 1 steradian? What is 1 SR? 1 SR. In case this delta S, I'll just write if this delta S is equal to, if delta S is equal to R square, then delta is equal to 1 SR. That means 1 SR is equal to R square by R square, which is equal to 1. Okay? So 1 steradian is defined as the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere if by an area equal to square of the radius. क्या बोल रहे हैं? 1 steradian is the angle subtended at the center of the sphere by an area equal to r square of the radius. ठीक है? अब इसकी वैल्यू क्या होती है? दोबारा वही चीज कैलकुलेट करने वाली बात है कि ये पूरा का पूरा जो एंगल है 2 times 360 डिग्री हो जाता है. 2 times 360 डिग्री कैसे पता लग रहा है हमें? अगर पूरा का पूरा सर्कल है, पूरा सॉरी स्फीयर है, उसका सरफेस एरिया कितना होगा? पूरे के पूरे स्क्वायर का 4 पाई r स्क्वायर. स्फीयर का सरफेस एरिया 4 पाई r स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय r स्क्वायर. तो ये पूरे के पूरे स्फीयर का जो एंगल हो जाएगा कितना हो जाएगा? 4 पाई स्टीरेडियन. ठीक है? 4 पाई स्टीरेडियन पूरे सर्कल. ओके, 4 पाई कितना हो गया? 2 पाई तो 360, 4 पाई हो गया 720. इज दिस क्लियर? सॉलिड एंगल और प्लेन एंगल में फर्क पता लगा? अब इस प्लेन एंगल कहाँ यूज होता है? तो हम हमेशा मेजर करते रहते हैं जब एंगल ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शन में जितने भी एंगल्स होते हैं उसमें प्लेन एंगल यूज करते हैं. ठीक है? जैसे आपको कहते हैं ड्रॉ एन एंगल ऑफ 60 डिग्री, ड्रॉ एन एंगल ऑफ 90 डिग्री, बेसिकली दे आर यूजिंग सम अदर यूनिट, दे आर नॉट यूजिंग द एसआई यूनिट. ये एसआई यूनिट नहीं है. ये डिग्रीज जो है यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट ऑफ प्लेन एंगल तो है पर ऐसा यूनिट नहीं. अब सॉलिड एंगल कहाँ यूज होता है? सॉलिड एंगल आपने अभी तक कम ही यूज करा होगा, बट आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू. सपोज 3 डायमेंशनली कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, जैसे किसी ऑब्जेक्ट में से लाइट आ रही है, 3 डायमेंशनल ऑब्जेक्ट में से लाइट आ रही है, सन में से लाइट आ रही है, तो जो हमें लाइट मेजर करते हैं जो एंगल होगा वो सॉलिड एंगल हो जाएगा, वो प्लेन एंगल नहीं होगा. क्योंकि लाइट ऐसे जो बनकर आएगी वो एक तरह से कोनिकल शेप में आएगी. वो एक पॉइंट सोर्स है, उससे लाइट आ रही है, वो एक कोनिकल शेप में इस तरह से आ रही है. तो ये जो एंगल बनेगा ये क्या बनेगा? ये सॉलिड एंगल. हाँ, कोन का एंगल सॉलिड एंगल होता है, सिंपल एंगल नहीं होता. सही कह रहे हैं. Now we come to the other things, derived physical quantity, derived physical quantities, derived physical quantities. इसको जरा डिस्कस कर लेते हैं, फिर इसकी टेबल बनेगी. इसको जानने के लिए आपको 2 चीजें याद रखनी जरूरी हैं. 2 कैसे? एक ही चीज याद रख लो, उसका फॉर्मूला याद रखो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मुझसे कोई कहता है कि एरिया का बताओ. एरिया का फॉर्मूला A इज इक्वल टू A स्क्वायर S स्क्वायर पाई R स्क्वायर, इस तरह से होता है. एक में एरिया में A स्क्वायर हुआ होता है. तो ये चीज हम यूज करेंगे. तो एक लेंथ की यूनिट क्या होती है? लेंथ का ओके, लेंथ की यूनिट क्या होती है? मीटर. तो इसकी यूनिट क्या आएगी? मीटर स्क्वायर. सिमिलरली वॉल्यूम है, वॉल्यूम क्या होता है? A क्यूब. इसकी यूनिट क्या हो जाएगी? मीटर क्यूब. सिमिलरली वेलोसिटी है, वेलोसिटी कैपिटल V था, स्मॉल v था. वेलोसिटी है, वो क्या होता है? डिस्प्लेसमेंट बाय टाइम. डिस्प्लेसमेंट क्या होती है? मीटर. टाइम की क्या होती है? सेकेंड. तो आएगी मीटर पर सेकेंड. सिमिलरली एक्सेलरेशन है v माइनस u बाय टी. v की ये u की यूनिट क्या होती है? मीटर पर सेकेंड डिवाइडेड बाय सेकेंड, मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. फोर्स की यूनिट क्या होती है? फोर्स का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन. मास की यूनिट kg, एक्सेलरेशन की यूनिट अभी हमने फाइंड आउट करी, मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. एनर्जी की यूनिट क्या? एनर्जी क्या होता है? फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट. फोर्स की यूनिट kg, मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. डिस्प्लेसमेंट की दोबारा मीटर, kg मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. मैं आपको बस बता रही हूँ कि कोई आपको फिजिकल क्वांटिटी का फॉर्मूला पता है डिराइव वाले केस में, तो आप बेसिक फिजिकल क्वांटिटी से आप उसकी ऐसा यूनिट्स निकाल सकते हैं. आपको जो ऐसा यूनिट्स है वो पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है. तो आपकी अब डिराइव फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज 3-4 तो मैंने लिख दी. एरिया है, वॉल्यूम है, वेलोसिटी है, एक्सेलरेशन है, फोर्स है, एनर्जी है, एंड पावर क्या होगा? एक और लिख लेते हैं. पावर इज इक्वल टू एनर्जी डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम. एनर्जी क्या हो गया? kg मीटर स्क्वायर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर divided by second, which becomes kg meter square per second cube. इस तरह से है. तो डिराइव्ड फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज की ऐसे यूनिट आप इस तरह से निकाल सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम डायमेंशनल एनालिसिस करेंगे, फिर डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूले सबके डिस्कस करेंगे, तो उससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस करेंगे. ओके, गुड बाय, थैंक यू.